Hey guys, this is Teddy here. Welcome back to my channel, where I'm going to give you today a PC build in my DK01 by Lian Li. Here's the inside dust portion of the chassis that I'm going to be putting everything in. But first, I'm going to go over all the parts for you, so stay tuned and enjoy. Alright guys, here we have the CPU. It is an Intel i7 processor. It's the 5960, and it is running at 3.0 stock with 20 megabytes of cache. It's going to run at 140 watts. I'm not thinking about overclocking, but if I do, I've got room for that. It's compatible with DDR4 memory. Here to keep that monster CPU cool, I've got a Corsair H100i GTX. It is a all-in-one cooling solution. Radiator with two fans on it. The fans are 120 millimeters apiece, and it's going to go so nicely. It's going to keep everything nice and cool. So we're going to see how this bad boy fits. What's the point of building your own supercomputer if you can't see what's on the screen? So for those great 4K graphics, I've got a GeForce GTX 980 Ti from MSI, and it's got 6 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory, PCIe 3.0, and it's going to go great. It's going to have all those beautiful colors that we all love to see. Here for a storage solution, I have the Intel Solid State Drive 750 series. This particular one is the 800 gigabyte version. It runs 2100 on the reads and 800 on the writes. Blazing fast speeds. This will go great in my build. Here from G.Skill, I've got my Trident Z DDR4 memory. It's 4 sticks at 16 gigs apiece for a total of 64 gigs. They're running at a clock speed of 3000 megahertz. This is 64 gigs because I figured I'd go for the kill. You only need 16 for video editing. And I didn't want to get 128 because I didn't want to kill my memory controller in the long run. So this will do perfectly for my build. And here from MSI, we have the X99A Godlike Gaming motherboard, where it is just beautiful. I mean, look at this box. Now, it's packed full of features, which I could never go over in a short amount of time. So I'm gonna give you a look at the box. I'm gonna try to flip it over and see if I can't get a clear picture of that. If you wanna read something, feel free to pause the video. So let me just flip this over for you. Here we go. Oh, don't break it. And there's that. Now, just a quick note, this motherboard does have RGB lighting. I chose this because 1, it's red, it goes with the video card, and 2, I think RGB is kind of cool. It does work with XSplit. I will be streaming some games, and of course, USB 3.1. Gotta have that latest technology, people. Let's stay up to date. Just an awesome box. I hate to throw this thing away. Here in front of me now, I have this strangely packaged device. It came to me just like this. Well, it didn't come to me just like this. It came in a brown box. But from LG, I've got my Blu-ray burner. This is model number BT30N. For anyone who still uses Blu-rays, which I do. And it also, I'll be able to write a few things on there. So I might be able to put some pictures on here, maybe a little music, maybe a few of my movies, you never know. So this will come in real handy in the build. This is an interesting little combo pack I've got here. I actually ordered it just like this off of Newegg. Every once in a while they run this special where you get all 4 of these particular items together. And it goes on and off from time to time. I've got the tool set I'll be using to actually put the PC together, an anti-static wrist strap, the cleaning solutions for the CPU, and of course a little bit of thermal paste. God, that thing is small. I mean, I got fat hands, so yeah, I'll figure it out. But yeah, so whenever you get the chance to catch this deal, go ahead and do it, because you get all these items for a little bit cheaper altogether. We need more power. And here we have it from EVGA, the Supernova 1000 T2, 80 plus titanium, 1000 watts of power. I actually went on PCPartPicker.com. They have a tool when you put in all your parts. It shows you how much wattage you'll actually be using, so it helps you pick out a power supply. There is a 1500 watt version of this, but it was just too overkill. It was unnecessary. So, you know, I went with the 1000. Like I said, titanium power supply. Hey, it's probably one of the best on the market. Check it out. And here to protect my whole system, I've got a big old surge protector. This is one I've had for a while, actually. It was probably the first thing I bought when I wanted to build my first PC, and I just never got the chance to use it. I just happened to find it in the closet when I was buying all my other equipment. So this one takes 4,320 joules before it actually gives out, which is a lot, actually. I thought about buying a secondary power supply for when the power goes out, but I was like, it's not worth it. But this should do magnificently. It might be even a little overkill, which as far as I'm concerned is great. Right, guys, here we go. I'm tethered into my PC case here to ground myself. Here's my beautiful MSI motherboard, and I'm about to put in a chip. So you just take that arm, flip it up like that, and this one goes up like that. I'm doing all this with one hand, so bear with me here. There. You pull back on that one. That opens up the case. There you go. All those pins, do not touch those pins. There we go. And then I've got my chip, which is sealed. Careful with that. And that is a hunk of metal there. Look at that. Right now, be careful not to touch the bottom of that. Now that gold little triangle right there goes along with a triangle there, if you can see that. There you go. And you're not supposed to apply any pressure, so here we go. There, no pressure at all. Wiggle it a little bit. Make sure it's seated. Yep, there you go. And you just put that down. Redo the arms. Be careful with this because there has been people that have broken these arms. And that should pop right out, and my chip is in. That is awesome. Alright guys, now that I have that CPU in, I've got some Trident Z memory here. I've got 4 sticks of it. There's 16 gigs a stick. I'm going to go ahead and put one of these in for you. And you make sure there's a little divider here. And there's a little divider in the teeth, I guess you can call it, here. And make sure they line up correctly, because if they don't, you won't be able to get stick in. Refer to your manual to make sure that you put them in the correct DIMM slot, because I have 8 direct DIMM slot, and the manual will tell you which ones they go in. So here we go. I'm going to put this in with one hand. And make sure you push back the tab so it gets in there. There you have it, like magic. I'm gonna put the other 3 in off camera, and I'll come right back. All right guys, so now I got the video card. I'm gonna install that now. I've got my memory in. Whew, that was hard. I had to do it with 2 hands. It's harder than I thought. They make it look easy on YouTube. They really do. But I'm gonna put the video card in. I'm gonna have to do that off camera because it's such a big thing. So just give me a second. I'm just going to give you a quick look at this thing outside the box. It is awesome. Look at those heat pipes, those heat sinks. Look at that. 2 big old fans there. I think they're 120s. Several spots here for the connectivity. There you go. HDMI ports and all that. Oh man, this is going to be awesome. Can't wait to get that in there. Alright guys, I got my video card in there. It's seated very well. I had to actually use my, and I should have done this in the first place, use my motherboard box to sit it on because of the connectors here for the video card actually hang below the motherboard. I should have been building on to start with, so be careful with that because there's a lot of connectors and stuff on the bottom of your motherboard. You probably don't want to damage those. They're pretty important. This video card is heavy. I'm probably gonna have to, well actually it sits in the case like this. So if you buy one of these for regular case, you're probably gonna need some kind of support to actually keep it from doing that. Right there, inside your regular case. Next up is the SSD here, and it comes with a little bit of driver software. I'm glad I bought that Blu-ray driver there because now I need it. So here we go. Give you a quick look at that in the packaging. Gonna install that. It's heavier than it looks. So let's put this in. Alright guys, here we go with the SSD. Check with your manual. Make sure you're using the right PCIe slot. On mine, it's the first one and the 4th one. for just using 2 items. When I add more stuff in, I may have to reconfigure this. I think the only one that doesn't work here is the third one right there. And you can see there, I don't really have enough room to put anything in there. But another thing is, because of the size of the motherboard, that's the built-in DAC under this shield here. I had to remove the bracket that normally hooks it to the back of the case. Luckily for me, because everything's standing up just the way you see it, I probably won't need that. So we'll keep building and figure it out. So skipping over to the hard drive tray, I guess you could call it. Here is my Blu-ray burner, and here is the rack part that it fits into. It's actually at the left front of the case. It's in there. You can see the door for it right there. And it was held on with 2 screws, 2 small brackets. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that together, and that'll be it for the case, besides putting in the power supply. All right, once again, guys, I just wanted to show you some screws from the Lian Li desk here, because this is kind of important if you're gonna use a Blu-ray burner. But the one to the left is what they use to actually put the chassis together. The one in the middle was holding the Blu-ray burner tray together, and the one to actually put the Blu-ray burner in to install it is all the way on the right there, that little tiny one. And for a second there, I thought I lost them, but there it is. So you have to look real carefully. Don't lose any screws. You only get 4 of these. That's like the only screw that they give you that they don't give you extra of, so be careful with that. Alright guys, here I just wanted to give you a quick shot of the Blu-ray burner. It is now installed, and it actually sits over some of the hard drive trays, so I'll probably be using some of the middle ones here. They'll probably be closer to the motherboard, so once I get that all in, I'll give you another shot of that. Alright guys, so here I am. I'm finally at the point where I want to put on the cooler. I actually did that kind of last. Most people do it like that's the second thing they put on the motherboard, but I did it last. I'm gonna clean the CPU here, put some thermal compound on there, slap that bad boy on, and then I think I'll be ready to start her up. Got all these cables here. There's just so many cables going on right now. So give me a minute and let's see how this turns out. Okay, just like the professionals suggest, I'm not going to use the thermal compound that comes on the cooler. I'm actually going to put some new thermal compound on there. That stuff that comes on it is pretty good, but it's always better if you just add your own. Okay guys, so after a long day of trying to figure out what the issue was, we've fooled around with a few things. We've checked all the memory. We've had to switch the video card and the SSD, and let's see if it posts. Let's see if I can get this bad boy to work. Got everything plugged up here. And there we go, MSI, yes. And that's normal. So all I have to do is put on my media and I'm good to go. All right, cool. I'll be now taking all this apart and putting it in the case, and I'll get back with you when I have the finished product.